Hi guys, and welcome to a new Tracing World how-to video. This time we're taking out the MRCE 185.5 and we're going to learn how to cold start it, use the shunting controls and a few other things. So give me the HUD and we're going to climb into number 1 cab. This black livery looks awesome. Okay, so we're in number 1 cab. We can close the door. Right. The first thing we're going to do is turn on battery by holding the battery button. We'll know because the parking brake applied light will illuminate. There you go. You can now see the parking brake is applied because the light has come on. You'll see that all the screens are off. We can now turn them on. There we go. We have now got the screens. And we're going to now go to the back cab, rear cab. Open the door. And climb up. We're going to set the signal lights to tail lights and turn on the screens. There we go. And there we go. And now we can lift the blind. There we go. Very good. And also turn on the master lighting control switch, which will turn on the tail lights. You can now see there are tail lights. Now we're going to climb up again. Right, set this to headlights. Now we're going to sit down. Oops. Going to put up the blind. You can put them up partially, of course. Put the master switch into neutral and put the master instrument light and light switches on. You can now see we've got headlights. Right, next thing we're going to want to do is, well, I'm going to turn on my cab light just so that we can see better, and I was going to show you what each screen means. This nobody knows. This indicates that we haven't got CFA activated, neither do we have TSW, two things that we must activate. And we're going to do that now. This is the traction, forwards is blue, reverse is yellow, forwards is power, reverse is brake. This is the speedo. And then this is the continuity voltage, available, used, the amperage going to the motors. Then you've got this, which just kind of gives you a mix between this one and the other screen. You've got this, which gives you each individual traction motor, and then going back to the other one, you've got the nets display, which tells you the different catenaries you can use. We'll go back to this later. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is put the reverse in neutral, and turn on CFA and TSW. Sit down, go back to the screen, and now when you put the reverse in neutral, you can see TSW has illuminated and CFA alert has disappeared. In this case, we're running intermodal wagons, so TSW is on M, therefore we've got a 70 light. Right, the next thing we've got to do is this here, press it upwards. That's the pantograph raise button. If we now go here to this screen, you'll see that now we've got no available voltage. If I lift the pantograph, you'll see that we'll get a blue line with a cross on it, meaning that we've got available voltage, but we're not making use of it. See? We have available voltage, 15,000 volts, but we're not using it. For that, we have to close the main circuit breaker. If I lower the pantograph, the voltage disappears. And just here, if you press nets, this is also a pantograph function. So if you go to this net screen, go down. For example, if you go to SBB, that's Swiss Railways, and select it, they use a different catenary, direct voltage. So we enter, that will now mean that we're on Swiss catenary voltage. And before, the middle pan, this one and this one would have been operating. But now, if I raise it, you can see it's the other two that will be raising. But it's impossible to close the main circuit breaker, as you can see. because the voltage being received is the incorrect voltage for that style pantograph. So if I now go back up, select Deutsche Bahn or any kind of network, so I can select the OBB as well. So just select Deutsche Bahn, select, I press select, yep, and then go back. If I now raise the pantograph, just got to lower it and raise it again. If I now close the main circuit breaker, oops, if I now close the main circuit breaker, which is this, you'll now see that light says we've got voltage. And now you can hear the loco. I'm now going to open the main circuit breaker again, just to show you one last function. Main circuit breaker. It's being a bit. Wait a minute. There. So if I now open the main circuit breaker, you'll see that the. Why does it keep on doing this? The HS house light has come on, meaning there's no voltage. So I'm just going to put the pantograph down again, and I'm going to show you something that may come in useful in the future. So we're just going to open the door, and usually, so if I select automatic pantograph, right, when I put the reverser in neutral, it automatically selects. So look, for example, I'm going to select one, which is the one that we shouldn't be using. So we use front, which is the incorrect one. Now raise the pantograph and put the reverser back into off, master switch. If I now put it into auto, it would automatically switch for the rear one in any active cab. So if I now put the master switch into neutral, it's going to switch to the correct one, which is the rear one for this cab. If I lift the pantograph, it's an automatic changeover. If I was now to go to the opposite cab, and in order to do this, you've always got to press the P button to lift the pantograph. If I now we would be driving from this cab. If I lift the pantograph, automatically it changes to the rear one of the consist, as you can see. So now I'm going to go back here. We've got, so I'm just going to do the same thing again. So just put it in neutral and now select the correct pantograph. Okay, there is one occasion in which you would have to use both pantographs. So if you could need to use both. If there is snow, loads of snow on the catenary, it's possible that if you only use one of the two pantographs, preferably the rear one, the electricity won't get through properly. So in this case, or whenever there's any kind of a physical obstruction on the catenary, is the only case in which you would use both pantographs. Just so that this one scrapes away at the catenary as you move, and this one actually gets the voltage. So I'm just going to put the pantographs back. As I said, there is no need to actually even put them back down. Just if you put it back to automatic and press P, the one that isn't the rear one will lower. There you go. Now we're just gonna, now I'm just gonna close circuit breaker, start the loco. You can hear the loco is now started. What I'm going to have a look is, because now we see that we've got catenary, I'm going to go to ZBR, which is going to give me the power going out to each traction motor, which is the one I like using. It's not compulsory though. Also, if you want to change I hate this, but you can change the contrast. It's really glary like that. You can change the contrast like that. Also, I'm going to activate train line, which is just like train electricity. Yeah. So now turn that on. The wipers can be set to intermittent. Wait a minute, off. So you've got the off position. You've got the. This is quite difficult to get. That's the on position, but it's quite difficult to get the intermittent one, which is the middle one. But in this case, we're just going to put them on, and then there's no more. Okay. So we're going to apply the check that the train brake is released, and apply the direct. If we have no consist, this is. Then we're going to release the parking brake by pressing the parking brake release. Might have, yeah, there you go. The parking brake has now been released. Take out our, cab light. Now, because we'd have to be looking out the window, it's quite uncomfortable to use the desk controls. So, what we're going to do is we're going to open the window and we're going to activate the shunting controls. Okay, so we're now in the shunting position, so we can couple to those wagons behind us and we can see a lot better. So first thing you've got to do is set the shunting control to neutral. Then go back to the other camera, set the throttle to minimum, but not, wait a minute, actually you're not, sorry about that. Just set the shunting control to off, set the reverser to the required direction of travel, then set it to neutral, throttle to minimum, release PZB, and you're clear to go. So I'm gonna, traction doesn't seem to come through. Maybe it's because I've got the brakes applied. Maybe now? Doesn't. It's not responding. It should respond. Right. I'm gonna try again. So get out. Sit down. Right. Power it off. Neutral. Maybe I did it in the wrong order. So set the shunting controls to on. Set it to reverse. Put the throttle to... There you go. And just set the direct brake to apply. Release PZB. And for some unknown reason, the shunting control is not working. I know how to do this. Let's see, come on. One last time. So, throttle to... Let me just try using it like this. Right, let me just close the window. It's pouring out there. Right, so, one last time. Let me apply the brakes. Reverser off, neutral. So I'm going to set it to reverse. Throttle to minimum. Then I'm going to set the shunting control to neutral. And then release PZB. Release the brakes. And if I now set it to... It's not functional. Usually it works. I'm sorry about this, guys. It's a bit of a... That's a bit mysterious. Does it work? So if I set... Wait a minute. I won't let you guys go without seeing how to do this properly. I think I know how to do this. So how was it? It was shunting control. Let's see. I think it was that. I'm just going to verify it. Let's see. I think it was... So let me shut down the shunting controls. Off. Good. Right. It says throttle to minimum. So reverser, throttle to minimum, and then we use the side controls. Release PZB and increase traction. It's not working. I'm really sorry about this, guys. Let's see. Driving the 185. Forget it. It's not working. Just set the locomotive to reverse. Maybe only revert works. Oh, forget it, guys. Sorry about it's a rubbish take, but doesn't really matter. Just give us a bit of power. Go in reverse.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Be careful not to exceed 100 miles an hour in this reverse. What I am going to do though is get my head out the window. You can see the wagons. I'm really sorry about that, by the way. Put that into hold. Okay, I'm going to apply the brakes a bit. Okay, give the loco a little bit of brake. Power, I mean. Gotta go gentle now. Right. Gently. Bit faster. Sorry I'm going slowly, but I don't want to bash. Stop. There. I'm really interested in showing you you guys the shunting controls, so I'm really trying hard to find the manual. What's this? I really cannot find it, guys. I'm really sorry about this. I'm trying my hardest, but it doesn't appear to be anywhere. So I go to and then no match is found. Okay, found him. Sorry about this, guys. You're probably gonna murder me. Fast forward if you like. Yes, shunting controls. Sorry about this, guys. Right. Okay, so it's what I was doing, but let's just give it one last go, okay? Oops. Right. So, but it did say that we had to ensure that the brakes were released. Okay. So it said to put it into direction of travel. Then to put the throttle into minimum. Is that, can't I do it? There. Then put the shunting controls to neutral. Release PZV. I think they're a bit bugged on this train. Unless it's keeping the reverser on neutral. So, one last time, okay? Okay, so. Minimum. Neutral. Release. Of course it's not. Doesn't matter, guys. I'm really sorry. It doesn't work. It does on all the other locos because I've done it. Maybe it's a bug. I'm extremely sorry about that. Let's see. As we couple, careful, stop it. Whoop. There we go. Just perfect. So that's quite a mess of a video. I'm quite sorry about that first part. But actually, before we move off, we're going to activate AFB, which is the speed control, and turn off the tail lights using the master control switch. There. Oops. I jumped out a bit hard there. For some unknown reason, they're still set on. Maybe they only. Are they turned off now? No, that's another bug. This locomotive is pretty plagued. Just set them to unused. Did set it, yeah. Okay. Perfect. Oops. Okay. Now they're off. In order for the wagons, couple up first. In order for them not to roll back, the handbrake was applied. We can now release it. I'm sorry about that disaster of the start of the video. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry about that. There we go. And now we move off. Forwards, release direct, put the AFB to 40 kilometers an hour. And now, as you can see, if I apply power, you can see the traction motor graphs going up. There you go. As you can also see, we're in the PZB monitoring. There you go. This locomotive drives really well. And I'm sorry that was a bit of a disaster, because shunting controls didn't work. Maybe they're not featured. As you can see, when I pass the signal, I'm going to have to acknowledge it PZB wise. So I'm just going to get the screen so that you can see it. So just acknowledge it, pass it, acknowledge, and we're getting 1000 hertz. There we go. And now we're just going to stop on the Hagen sideline. There we go. Just coast. If you want to turn off AFB during motion, you set it to maximum, throttle idle, turn it off. If you want to turn it on, the same, but just turn it on and set it to the required speed. Turn it back up and turn it off. And now I'm now gonna stop the train on this hill. There. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Whoa. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry it was such a disaster of a video. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one with this wonderful view of Hagen. So see you in the next one, and like, comment and subscribe, and see you guys. Bye.